Hello, hello, it's Tash and Ro.
Welcome to or welcome back to It's Saturday, your personal self-care pod where you can escape the work week and unwind with your two besties.
No matter what day of the week it is, but for us, it's Saturday. Okay. That's our new thing now. You may have noticed we do not have a guest, as we said we were going to.
Oh my god, yeah, I actually completely forgot. What are you talking about? Yes, we had to reschedule, which was a bummer, but she's going to be on next week. So
yes, and it's kind of fun because it's October 3rd, which is like Mean Girls Day. So it'll be fun to have like a strong, powerful woman on the pod that day.
Okay, like a little hint there.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, whoops.
Whoopsies. No, I'm excited to have her, and it's worth the wait, guys. So just wait one more week.
One more week, you get us, just us.
But we have a lot to talk about.
We do.
We have like quite a few things to cover.
Dude, okay, tell me and tell the Saturdays about this $700 vaccine story.
Oh my God.
What the F?
So me and Farzad are going to Brazil because I'm presenting at a conference in the middle of October. And we were like trying to be proactive and go get our vaccines for it. There's a few vaccines that they recommend. They're not mandatory.
I was going to say, if I was going to Brazil, I would not have known that I need to get a vaccine.
They're 1,000% not mandatory, but they say you can get them. Like, for example, yellow fever is one of the ones.
Okay.
Because
sounds terrible.
It's like a mosquito vector virus. And so yellow fever is one of them. Hep A, so like diarrhea and like things like that. So anyway, we were trying to be proactive about getting these vaccines. And we went to this clinic by our house. It's kind of like a travel clinic. They essentially opened during COVID to provide like PCR testing, but they also provide vaccines. So we're like, okay, found them online. They were like 5 minutes from our house. We booked an appointment. It said on the website like how much it was going to cost. And we're like, okay, it was about like $150 a person. We're like, okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Book the appointment. We get there. Just by walking into the place, I was like feeling a little bit uneasy, and
the aesthetic was off.
The lady at the receptionist was also the nurse. So I was like, she's like, hi, what's your name? She took her names down, and then she goes, okay, follow me. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. And then
she's a multitasker.
Yeah. And then you would think that she would just like explain the vaccine and give it to us, but she was trying to give us like a full rundown of like all these things she was trying to sell us. Okay. So she was like, I can give you guys antibiotics. We're like, why do we need antibiotics?
Yeah,
like,
malaria pills or
she's like, I can get you this, I can get you that. She was just literally listing off all these things. And we're like, no, we just want like yellow fever and maybe Hep A. And she was like, okay. She shows us how much it's going to cost. First, she says, just for this little consult that we sat there for 10 minutes for her explaining what vaccines we could get, was going to cost us $70 a person. Just for her
per person, even though at the same time.
Yeah, per person.
Pardon?
Then she goes, and then it's going to cost $350 for one vaccine.
My God.
For the yellow fever, each. So $350 plus the $70 per person for the consult. And then if we wanted Hep A, it was like, I think another $85 per person. We were like, she showed us the bill and we literally looked at each other and Farzad goes, no, thank you. Thank you for your time. He gets up and I'm like, your website.
Pissed.
He's mad. He's like, I'm out.
Like, I'm out.
He's like, I'm out. And I'm like
you're like
my people-pleasing person that's also in healthcare.
Think about it. Like,
I'm like, okay, like, this was really not clear by your website. Like your website said $150.
As per your website.
She said the website under the small print said that $150 just covers the consult. So the consult.
Please tell me you went back to the website to confirm that. And did it say that?
Yes. And it said it really freaking small.
Font 3.
Like really small
Courier
underneath.
New.
Yes.
Font 3.
So we literally got up and the lady was like so thrown off. She was like trying to charge us for the consult that took us 10 minutes for her to explain what vaccines. And we were like, no, sorry, this was not clear at all. Like, we're not paying that. But needless to say, we didn't get the vaccines. We got out of there. And then we did some more research and it turns out that yellow fever season actually ends like in the summer. It ends in July. Okay. So we're going at middle of October. So we're done. Like, you know what? We're just going to put some bug spray on and call it a day.
Literally. Like, get some DEET, get some whatever.
So
hey, girl math, you just saved some money. Let's go buy an outfit.
I was like, that's
For a minute,
that's like half the cost of our plane ticket would have been one of our vaccines.
Yeah,
like that's insane.
You just saved $700. So what are we buying instead?
what are we
buying instead? Because you just made $700. I'm gonna go to this place too and be like, never mind. And be like, okay, now I'm $700.
Now I'm going to Aritzia.
I'm going to Aritzia. I need an outfit.
But anyway, if you guys are gonna go get some vaccines, maybe read up on the small print and ask before, because they were. She was also trying to sell us like all this other stuff, and I'm like, thank God we didn't just. She was like, oh, I can write you a prescription for antibiotics. I can write you this. And Faraz was like, oh my God, I wonder how much she would have charged us for those things,
dude. And it's a good thing that you're both like you're in the field of like health and like science, and even so, like I feel like a lot of people could get taken advantage of because one, they just don't know, or two, they're like, I don't know, just like a little naive or scared. Like I feel like people try and sell people things because they're scared.
1,000%.
Especially like
if I was by
like
myself in that clinic,
that too, by yourself,
I probably would have paid for it because I would have been so awkwarded out and felt like
to say
obligated.
No, you had to. Oh my God, that's so me too. I would
have just paid and then cried after. I would have been like, oh no, I just spent like $400 on vaccine.
Literally.
Like, what is going on? But anyway, that was like my little scare last week. So yeah,
that's insane. Wow.
Yeah, and tell me about this keg server story. We just have a lot of stories we're gonna tell us.
Okay, so Matt and I, we were gifted a really nice gift card to the keg. So we finally were able to use it. So we went on Friday night, and I don't know how many kegs that you've been to in Ottawa.
I love the keg, yeah.
But there's one in Westboro, like
the
on
Westboro
Richmond,
one's the keg
like
manor.
the manor. Yes, okay,
stunning.
It's so cool because it's this like old house, and there's lots of seating inside. There's like different rooms, but we ended up opting to sit on the patio because it was such a nice night out. And we're like, hey, how much longer is patio season gonna be? We don't know. True. So like, let's soak it up while we can. And we both got like drinks, we got appetizers, we got steaks, but like the highlight of our night was truly our server. Like this guy was born to be a server. He's probably in like his late 30s, early 40s. Turns out his name is also Matthew.
Wow.
So Matt and him were like vibing off the same name. And like literally just the service he was giving was so personable and so like genuine and authentic. Like everything he was telling us about the drinks and the food, like giving us his honest opinion, not trying to just like schmooze us, but being honest. And he has so much personality. And I was like to Matt, I was like, I'm like exhausted just like listening to this guy because he's just giving like his heart and soul. Like I feel like he's like a performer or something. Like there's no way like this man is not like in the arts or something. And then we ended up talking to him. Turns out he's an actor, and he's been in like a bunch of movies that are on Netflix. You know, those like tiny little like Netflix movies, like Christmas ones and whatever. But he's actually worked with some pretty bigger directors that like I didn't know the names, but Matt was like, no way, like oh my God,
dude, is this Sir?
I know, right? I was like, this is so cool. And then because then like both their names are Matthew, and then he's like, oh yeah, I'm like in the film industry. I'm like, Matt's in the film industry.
Dude,
I'm like,
let him make a movie about you.
Like, what the heck? Anyway, he didn't have Instagram, but they still exchanged like names and contact information. And I was like, damn, that's
awesome.
Crazy. And your server really makes your experience.
I was gonna say, if you have a really good server, from the beginning, if he's getting low to your table and he's like talking to you, and he's like getting on your level, he's like, hey guys, like let me give you a rundown, and he knows the menu well. I hate when I go somewhere to eat and I'm like, how is this? And I'm like, I've never eaten that. How's this? I've never eaten that.
Lie to me.
Clearly you don't eat here. So
either you don't.
I don't want to eat here.
Yeah, I don't want to eat here because you hate all the food, or just lie to me and tell me that you've eaten it. Like
we were at a brewery.
Put on a show.
We were at a brewery in Vancouver, and the lady that was serving us is like, I don't like beer. I'm like, why are you working here?
That's like, remember
that's the worst place to work.
Do you remember when we were at Thirsty Peddler? We went to the gin bar and we asked, and Rachel was like to the guy, "What's your favorite gin on the menu?" Because there's 100 different gins, and he's like, I'm not really a gin guy. I'm like, then go work at Smirnoff. Like, what are you doing?
Go work somewhere. Yeah, that's a red flag. If I'm at a place like a brewery or something and you don't like what the main thing is, it's like if you're working at the keg and you don't like steaks, or you're vegetarian. Yeah, it's like, bruh.
You're like, go work at your kitchen. This is not for you.
It's not for you.
No, that's such a good point. Yeah, and everything was just so.
You got the baked potato.
I got the baked potato. Matt got the twice baked potato.
Ooh.
And yeah, I got their sirloin, and that came with like mushrooms and vegetables. And then I got the baked potato, and he got the teriyaki sirloin.
Yeah.
Ooh, and then we had these drinks called Danny Ocean, like after Ocean's 11. Danny Ocean. Yeah. It was like a mezcal based cocktail with like a bourbon soaked kind of cherry on the top. It was so good. Yeah. Like shout out to the keg, man. Like if you want like a good meal, go to the keg.
A good like date night meal where you know what you're getting, and it's not too, it's bougie, but it's like it's big portions.
Oh yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
I had a lunch the next day. It
which
was
is
it was
nice.
too much because we got calamari to start. Highly recommend. That was so good too. There was also had hot peppers were also like deep fried and like regular peppers.
No,
It was just a good time, man. We love date
freaking
night.
awesome. I love a good date night.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of date nights, we've been playing a lot of Monopoly Deal because we
I've
ordered
been
one on
seeing.
Amazon, and Monopoly Deal is such a fun game. Just even playing 2-player. There's not a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of 2-player games.
There is not.
Like
no.
a lot of the two-player games are not fun. And
Yeah.
Monopoly Deal, we get really competitive, and I'm like, let's.
Oh my
freaking
gosh. Yeah, we honestly do too. Monopoly Deal is one of my favorite games because you can just bring it anywhere, play it anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's super fast. Like
It's-
usually a round is like definitely no more than like 15, 20 minutes.
15, 20 minutes, and it's easy to follow, and it's also like an easy game to teach other people. I hate really complicated games because like then it's like, if
when
you've never
if
played,
the instructions are like 4 pages long and Zamir is not there, like I'm not playing it because I'm not reading that.
Yeah.
Like Zamir is the like board game guy and he will literally like, he's so smart. He looks at the instructions for like 3 minutes. And he like reading. He's like, okay, so, and then he explains it all in like regular like language. And I'm like,
Damn.
okay, I get it. But
Yeah.
if I had to do that, I'd be like,
I
no.
need to see like a video about it. I'm
Literally.
a visual learner.
Dude, one time we played this game. I forget what it was called. It was with Zamir and Reagan and some other people. It was this new game. It was so intricate and like the rule book was so long. Like Zamir was reading it for like 10 minutes. We ended up actually like watching a video to explain it better.
Okay.
And at first I was like, bro, like this is too much of an investment. But not gonna lie, it was like one of the most fun games.
What was it called? Do you know?
I have it at my house.
Okay.
I forget what it was called, but it has to do with like ghosts and like murder and like all this shit. Like it was really, really cool. And you're trying to like decide. It's kind of like a clue, but not a clue.
Okay.
I forget what it's called.
When
It
you
was
find
super
out,
fun.
we'll post it on the pod account.
Yes.
But I love board games, and we were just saying like we need to have more board game nights because we had a board game night the other night, and you were working, but it's just so fun.
I've been waiting for this. Like
literally, it's the
I'm so
best way
excited.
to spend a Friday, Saturday night. You don't have to spend too much money. People bring their own drinks. You just like play games.
Have a couple snacks. No, board games are so fun. I grew up playing all the board games all the time, and like I'm just so down to play games. Matt and I have actually been playing Scrabble.
Oh,
Like, which is huge because Matt hates like anything with word games. He doesn't like Boggle.
Doesn't like Scrabble. I'm
He
like,
doesn't.
I want to get Scrabble.
Neither does he really, but he's been liking it.
Okay.
Like since we started playing. But like Bananagrams, so fun.
Yeah, I have that one. Too.
What's the other one? Boggle. I know that sounds like such a grandma game, but
so fun,
dude, no one will play Boggle with me. I'm gonna
I'll
bring
play
Boggle over.
Yo,
I'm gonna bring.
let's have a Boggle
Let's live
night.
stream Boggle. We'll have a Boggle night.
Remember Guess Who? Guess Who was also fun.
Oh my god, Guess Who is so fun.
I
One
just
time
love,
in one
like,
of my kindergarten classes, we put them on the Guess Who, and then they played like, and they could guess like who they were in the class. It was
Oh my
super
god, you're
cute.
the coolest teacher. I wish you were my teacher.
But yeah.
playing Guess Who.
So I bought Scrabble. I bought the deluxe edition on Amazon. This is the most undeluxe thing I've ever bought that is deluxe. Like the letters like all don't match, like the sizing, like the wooden stuff, like some of it's thicker, some of it's thinner. I'm like,
Man,
where did this come from and why did I buy it for $26? I should have just spent the extra like $4 and went to Indigo and bought the like real version. I was like, oh, deluxe, like, ooh, I don't know what that means. Literally, it's normally Scrabble comes with a bunch of like score pads. It came with one sheet of paper that was this like for scoring. I'm like, am I supposed to photocopy this and like make my own copies?
Oh
like,
my
what
god,
the hell?
that's so funny.
Yes.
Yeah, Monopoly Deal too. It's like it's only up to like 5 players or something.
Yeah, truly.
But so we bought a second deck because then you can just combine it and then you can play up to I think 8 people or whatever.
Okay, true.
Or
I just
10
find like
people.
when there's a lot of people, like after a few turns, like someone just gets so like fucked over. Like all their stuff is gone, and then it just by the time it comes around, it's just like the last person just gets like so fucked over.
No. We were literally playing that, and then I think it was Faraz had like a hotel and whatever, and his rent was like 16 million. We all had to pay him 16 million. We all had nothing left. Like he
Did he
had
win?
all. Yeah, he won.
Yeah.
Because we all had to give them everything we
Good
had.
strategy. Wow, I've never had to pay that much in rent before. That's crazy.
Crazy.
No,
Anyway,
I
but
love
yeah.
board games.
Guys, get Monopoly Deal, get some Scrabble, and hunker down for the winter and just
Dude.
like let's save some money.
I'm down.
Okay, I have another really funny story. So for like the past month, okay, every morning when I go to Walk Nova, there is poop on the sidewalk right in front of our house.
Yo.
And it's like driving me insane. There's literally pieces of poop and it's like down the sidewalk, okay? Like someone has purposely put like poop, and it's like not in one spot, it's like all the way down.
No, Romina, this morning, sorry to interrupt you, but this morning literally I was stretching and I look outside and I was like to Matt, there's a dog shitting on the pavement in front of our house. I'm like, that's disgusting. And then the dog went away and there was like a shit stain like in front of our house. I was like, why did you shit on my grass? Like I want to put a sign that says like poop on my grass, dude.
So this past month, we've just been every morning seeing, and I keep complaining to friends. I'm like, whose dog is pooping on the sidewalk and they're not picking it up? Like, this is ridiculous. And we're close with all of our neighbors. I listened to a couple episodes ago, and I was talking to my neighbor Sue, and I'm like, have you seen all this poop? And she's like, yeah, like it's getting ridiculous. So me and Farzad made a sign. And we put it like on no one's lawn, but on the side of like the like sidewalk. And it literally it was very friendly. It said, please pick up after your dog. And I even put like a little happy face. And you know,
is that a real happy face or like a passive aggressive happy face? Like, please pick up your
yeah. And you know him, he like made it like really legit with like
lumber.
And he's like, should I put wood glue? I'm like, no, we're not spending too much time on this. Anyway, we put it in the ground. The next day,
just on the ground on no one's lawn.
No one's lawn. It's
so
like,
they don't know it's you.
They don't know it's us. We just like went and did it, and it's like in front of like the forest area. Like it doesn't belong to anybody. So we just like put it in the ground. The next day we go outside. There's no poop on the ground. I don't know if someone picked it up, but listen to this. Then there was 2 poop bags attached to our sign. Like someone had said, oh, here's a poop bag if you don't have one. Okay. Then.
Oh, okay.
Like
I thought it was filled with shit.
No.
I was like, that's so rude.
No, it was just like empty poop bags to be like, pick up your poop after your dog and here's a poop bag if you don't have one kind of thing. I don't know who put it, like one of our neighbors or something. And there was no poop on the sidewalk and we're like, oh my God, like, is it solved? Then today we were walking by the sign. Someone had added to our sign, written on our sign, fine $200 if you don't pick up. Like someone had added,
someone's angry,
like with a marker under our sign to be like, yes, I support this, but also it's a $200 fine if you don't pick up your poop. And I'm like, okay, now this is getting aggressive.
Yeah,
like, people are just adding stuff.
This is now a petition, and everyone is coming to sign it.
Literally,
you started a movement.
So it started off with a little happy face, passive aggressive. Then it was like, here's a bag, here's 3 bags, and now there's a fine.
They're gonna put like eyebrows on the happy face, like going like this, all angry and shit.
But
oh my God,
so
dude, people are passionate about shit.
People are so passionate.
So we usually would walk Stark around our neighborhood, like especially on our street, like with no leash, because once we come back from the park, he's really like obedient, and he'll just like walk beside us or a little bit ahead of us. Matt got in so much trouble from one of the people on our street. So Stark, I guess, was on their lawn with no leash on. But whatever, like he wasn't like far up the lawn. He was on their lawn and he was taking a shit with no leash on. And the people come out and they're like, we see you walking around with your dog on no leash and you're always holding the leash, but you're not using the leash.
Okay.
Your dog's ruining our grass by shitting on it. Like I want to see your dog wearing a leash, like blah, blah, blah. Like it's a fine if you don't. And Matt's just like, so sorry, like will never happen again. Like
except for tomorrow.
Your grass looks like literally they have the worst grass on our street. I was like, this is so ironic because your grass is already like shit. It has nothing to do with our dog.
Poop is fertilizer.
No, wow. And I'm like, literally Stark is just chilling. Like he just wobbles along. Like he's not running around people's lawn. He's literally right beside Matt. And I'm like, dude, you guys so
some
angry.
People are just angry in their own life.
You know what else he said? They're like, when your dog comes on our lawn, it bothers our cats. I'm like, oh, so you're a cat people. I'm like, okay.
This is why.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no.
People
are ridiculous, but
they are.
It's funny.
Okay, last thing I need to mention is I'm so injured right now, Romina.
Why?
Okay, this is what happened. So I did my race. Everything was great. I gave myself grace because I also got a bit of a cold. I didn't work out until last weekend on Friday night. After work, I went for a run. It was a beautiful run. It was great. After my run, my right hip, which never hurts me, it's always my left hip. It felt like there was a bruise on it, but like I couldn't see a bruise. Like when I touched it, there's no bump, but it just felt like really sore for a bit. So I was like, oh shit, my hip is really sore. So whatever, I was dealing with that on Friday. Saturday, I didn't work out because I was like, I just want my hip to get better. Sunday, my hip feels a lot better. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a lower body workout because I haven't done one in so long because I've just been focusing on running. And I went lighter because I was trying to be smart about it. And I'm like, I haven't lifted in a while. I'm going to go lighter with my squat, lighter with my deadlift. I felt like I had a great workout. I was bracing myself. Everything was all good. Come Sunday night, my lower back is so sore. I've never experienced lower back pain before like this. And I'm like, not okay. I've really been bringing my like beans, like, you know, those beans you heat up in the microwave. I've been bringing them to work. I've like been sleeping in weird positions because my back is sore. And I'm just like, I need to be good for soccer tomorrow because I missed soccer last week. I think I'll be okay because standing doesn't hurt as much as sitting. It's kind of like what happened to Matt with his lower back.
Yep.
I'm just like,
deadlifts
so
are
annoyed.
tough. Sometimes you can pull your back so easily with them.
I know. I thought I was so excited because we just got our gym downstairs too recently, and I haven't been using it because of running, and I'm able to use it, and then now I'm injured. Now I haven't worked out since Sunday, and I'm like, dude.
Honestly, injuries are so bad. Like Farza just got injured too, and it's just the worst. And it lags, and then one injury leads to another injury.
Literally, like maybe because my hip was kind of injured, so then maybe my back was overcompensating. Yes. I was deadlifting. Like I have no idea, but I have a physio appointment anyway tomorrow. But it's sad. I don't want to be injured.
It sucks. I know. It's literally the worst. I hate that. Hopefully you get better. Well, this weekend you can't be working out anyway because we're going to Toronto.
We're going to Toronto.
We're going to Toronto to see Giggly Squad.
I'm so excited, dude.
I'm so excited. I was listening to Giggly Squad as I was getting ready.
Me too. The new episode.
Yes. And I was like, the next time I listen to these girls is going to be live.
They're going to be in front of us in the same room.
Do you think we're going to ask questions? Like they're going to come around? Should we think of things?
I'm sure there's a lot of crowd work. Yeah,
we should think of things to ask.
Yes,
listen to our podcast.
Yo,
you should just
honestly
let's do it. Shameless. Like,
shameless.
Be like, hey, it's Saturday.
We should literally get a cardboard sign that says "It's Saturday Pod."
Honestly,
yeah. No, this is a crazy moment though, because like I've been listening to them for so long. Like it's been a few years now. Like I think it was like pre-COVID. I started maybe listening to them 2019, maybe 2020, whenever they first started. So I'm so excited, and they keep their live shows so hush hush. So I'm excited to finally experience it because I don't really know what to expect. Like I have an idea, but I just don't know.
We're going to get so drunk. It's going to be so fun. Yeah. So keep a lookout on our stories because we'll definitely be posting about it. And then we'll give like a full experience review after the not next 100%. Episode, but the episode after that because the next episode's a guest.
Exactly.
Other than that, for last bit of updates, just go purchase your tote because there's not that many left.
Get your tote before it's gone.
They're almost gone. And also write us a review, guys.
Would love if you wrote us a review and even take like a little screenshot of it, send it to us, and maybe you'll get a tote. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a tote giveaway or something. That'd be sweet.
Yeah. So just like write us a review. We just gotta shamefully ask because we see how many people listen to this, and then we're like, or like how many people follow the pod, and we're like, these numbers don't match up. So
can you pause right now and just write a little something? Something. We would love that.
We love it. Okay.
I think that's it.
Yeah. I have one I'm sorry, but because
let's hear it.
This has been on my mind. So I'm sorry, but these long denim skirts that are trending right now are just not it. They're not cute. They don't look cute on anyone. I haven't seen a single person that has been able to pull it off, and they just look grandma-y to me. Yeah. Like the really long ones with like the
little slit. See,
for me.
Yeah. I feel like you're the perfect height if you did want to wear one of those, but like I feel like girlies that are too short, it's gonna look weird. And then for the girlies that are really tall, does that even exist for us? Like
it's just gonna be a mini skirt.
It's gonna be a regular skirt for me.
Or it's gonna be like an awkward length.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's just a lot of jean. Like I love a small jean skirt.
I love a jean, like
long,
a small.
What shoes would you even wear with that? Like sneakers?
A lot of people seeing rocking those like loafer ones, the black like chunky loafers with the little.
I have big feet. Those look like clown shoes on me. I tried. I literally bought a pair and had to return them. Like I ordered a pair online. I put them on and I was like, absolutely not. And I was like, those look good. They look nice. They look I'm like, different. No, they don't. I look like a clown. Thank you.
Honestly, buying shoes online is really difficult. I bought one pair of shoes online. Regretted it immediately because as soon as I put it on, I was like, these are not comfy at all. And then I'm like, of course they're not comfy. How would I even be able to tell through online?
Yeah.
Like,
what kind of shoe was it?
It was just like a high heel that I bought.
Yeah, that's
and they're
tough.
Just not sneakers you can do.
Yeah. I recently bought the Adidas Gazelle online and I love them so much. They're so comfortable. Okay, I'm gonna bring them this weekend.
Okay, do it.
Yes. Okay, let's jump into a little social because since we last recorded, Alix Earle has dropped her new podcast, Hot Mess with the Unwell Network by Alex Cooper and her fiance, Matt. I'm assuming you've listened to the first episode.
Did you?
Loved it.
It was so good. Did you listen to the episode, her podcast, and then you also listened to Call Her Daddy as well?
I did both. So first I listened to Call Her Daddy and then I listened to Alix Earle and that kind of was the right sequence because that whole like fridge thing whatever happened.
First of all, did you know anything about that whole scandal with her her dad like cheating on her mom with that girl, that lady, that prostitute?
She was a
who also had sex with the governor.
Dude, I had no idea, and then I went back to look at all the old like news news like headlines, and I'm like, this was really scandalous. What's crazy is that like she was a prostitute, and then like he married her and like wed her and like has kids with her now, and now that's her stepmom that she's with all the time. That's it's her. It's the stepmom. No. Yes, it's the same woman.
Are you?
The woman that he cheated on Alix's mom with is their stepmom now, and she was the escort with the governor and everything. And now they have
didn't know that that's her stepmom. I thought it was a different lady.
No, it's the same. Isn't that makes it even crazier?
Wait, that's weird. Okay, that's crazy. Because then my next point was this whole thing of blended families.
Yeah.
And I do think it's kind of cool that they have a blended family. Like my parents are divorced, and we were able to like still blend our families. Like my stepdad, my stepmom, they all hang out.
That's amazing.
And but it took some time, and it wasn't always like that. But I will say it just makes everything so much easier because now there's just not like awkwardness. And yeah, I can see like how, but I the thing that doesn't make sense to me. So first of all, I didn't know she was this rich. She's
holy
so rich.
Shit. Yeah. So what does her stepdad do? He's in like construction or something.
I have no idea.
No, so her dad's always in construction or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in construction. And I feel like that's like a big thing in New Jersey. Like all the like Real Houses of New Jersey, all the guys are like in construction for some reason. Yeah, the blended family thing for that is just crazy because it would be so hard to be Alix's mom and then to always have to be around the woman that your husband cheated on you with.
And also now all these kids, I would just be like resentful a little bit.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
There's
but
a lot
good for
of
her
kids.
that she's able to do that. But
yeah,
so
really interesting.
Honestly, I'm excited to see where it goes. And she's a really interesting person. She definitely has a lot of influence right now because everyone's just following whatever she does. Did you see she went to like a Dolphins game and cut her jersey, and now everyone's cutting jerseys down the middle?
Yeah, and it looks so cute though. I was like, why didn't anyone think of that before? It was like the whole Mean Girls thing. Like I saw Alix Earle cut her jersey down the middle, so I cut my jersey down the middle. Dude, also though, the fact, like, I don't know if you followed like the actual football game, the Dolphins almost like broke like a world record for how many points they scored in that game. Like they scored 70 points, and that's only happened on one other time in football history.
Damn,
like literally like Braxton saw Alix there, not that he got too many points, but like literally they dominated.
Dude, insane. I don't watch football, but I saw Alix Earle's TikTok and I was like, damm.
Yeah, I watched the highlights. Matt was watching the highlights from that game, and it was just like bing, 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 bing. Like they got 30 points the first round and then like 40 points this. Not the round, I don't know. But like
people were like.
First half and second half. It was insane.
Okay, cool. I don't know anything about sports, but
go Dolphins.
Fins up.
Fins up. Okay, and also speaking of that football game, or I don't think it was that game, but did you see how Taylor Swift was at Travis Kelce's game?
Yes.
What team is he on? I don't even remember.
The Chiefs.
Okay, the Chiefs. There we go. Okay, and have you heard about the whole like Taylor Swift effect that happened after this?
No.
Okay, so she goes to this game and everyone sees she's there, whatever. It's like a huge deal. So he does 7 catches for 69 yards and a touchdown, which is like pretty insane. So he performed like way better than he usually would.
Sounds familiar.
He gained over 300,000 social media followers in 24 hours, like following the game. Jesus because Christ. She was there for him, quote unquote. He got a 400% increase in merchandise sales for the team.
Wow.
And then now his jersey is the top 5 selling jersey in the NFL.
If that doesn't tell you anything about women ruling the world,
like,
sorry,
all
Alix
the Swifties
Earle,
now
Alix
like
Earle
football.
And Taylor Swift just literally driving sales out here. Oh my God, that is
American
ridiculous.
Economy.
People were like, I saw this trend on TikTok and it was like how to get your boyfriend mad at you, and it was like, have you heard of this guy? Like Taylor put him on the map, and they're like, he literally won the Super Bowl.
I'm dead. I had no idea who he was until same with Braxton. He's pretty new, but like he's really good looking though.
They're both good looking.
They're both good looking.
Yeah. So apparently Travis Kelce had a dating show on E that was similar to The Bachelor.
Yeah, what the hell
was
that
failed
about?
Really badly.
Never
like, apparently
heard of
it
that.
wasn't just like garbage, but he was on I heard he was on a podcast with Kristen Cavallari, and it's just funny because the entire time she's like, oh my God, you're amazing.
Like, you know, just like loves him.
Yeah, she loves him. And apparently he had a dating show, but I didn't know who he was either because I'm just not a football person. But
no.
Yeah, man, we're just putting these guys on the map.
Yeah, we really are. You're welcome, man.
Oh my God. Okay, let's get into some social stuff because I want to actually ask you a question. Actually, I want to give you some examples and then I'll ask you.
Okay.
I saw this trend on TikTok that was saying, what's the smallest social snub that someone can do to you that's a really big deal to you? So for example, if you take someone's photo, if someone's like, can you take a photo of me? Like you're out and you go ham and you're taking a bunch of photos, you get all the angles, you get flash, you do everything you can, you get like 100 photos, and then you ask the person to take photos of you and they take one fucking blurry photo and they're like, oh, I'm just not good at this. That's annoying.
Yeah,
that's a social.
I've had that experience. I've had that experience before.
Everyone can think of that,
and I was annoyed.
You're just like, what is going on? You're like getting all the angles, and then you ask them,
also,
and they're like,
it's important to also like give direction and like hype them up. Like you
also
can't just be like
lighting.
this.
No, you can't just
and not move like. And then you're just like gotta be like, yes, like okay, like put your arm out, like okay, fix your hair, like okay, now like serious laughing, like hello, like you are like a director in that moment, like let's make it happen.
If this is not a photo shoot, I don't want it.
No,
like,
I don't want it.
Don't take 100 photos and they all look like shit, and the lighting, my hair was like this, and you didn't tell me.
You know who's so good at doing this? I like giving like good getting the money shot. I will say is Kate fucking Taylor and Reagan Bradley.
They're both so good.
They will literally be on the ground. They will be like in the pouring rain. They will like do whatever you need to do to literally get that money shot. When we were in Greece together, we all had like quotes for like kind of like what our vibe was for the trip, and Kate's quote was like, anything for the money shot. Like she will do anything to make sure you get that photo.
When we were in Mexico for Reagan's wedding, there was this one outfit she was like really excited to wear. It was this white bikini that was a little scandalous.
Yes.
So she literally only put it on just to take a few photos of it and then changed out of it. There were 3 of us taking photos from different angles. Like Kate was up at top, like I was here, like people were everywhere. There's someone taking a video, and then Rayhan was taking a video of us taking her photo. Like she looked like a model at that point. We were just like, we're ready, we're gonna get the shot.
That's the support I need, and that's the only support I will accept.
That's the only support I accept as well. That's just honestly okay. If you're in a group of friends and someone is laughing at like a meme or a video and they show everyone there except for you.
So rude.
Don't talk to me.
I hate that. That's so mean.
If you don't show me the meme, oh sorry, that's my dishwasher.
Oh, I thought that was the dogs. I was like, are they fighting?
Because Stark and Nova are playing outside.
Like, oh my God.
We just heard them earlier, but then now my dishwasher makes this like draining sound, and it sounded like
You're sure that's the dishwasher?
Yeah, that's the dishwasher. No.
Oh,
okay, that's the dog.
They're fine. They're fine.
That's a dog.
I hate when people do that though.
You like if you're showing a meme and you don't show me it and you show everybody else, we're not friends.
That's mean.
Don't do that. Don't do that. If you're always hyping up your friends on social media, you're commenting on their stuff, you're liking their stuff, and then they don't like or comment on any of your photos.
That's so mean.
These are little things, but that are a big deal for a lot of people, including us.
Or like people like hype you up, like they act like they like your stuff and they like act like they like support you so much, but then you make a podcast and they don't follow the podcast. And I'm like, okay, hi, I see you watching, but you're not following. That's so weird.
Hello,
just press follow.
Is this on?
Is this on? Hello.
The other thing is like, if my parents were always big on this, if you enter a room, especially if there's like people that are older than you, you always have to say hi.
Oh yeah.
Like you can't, like I used to have friends, they would enter a room and well, I'm not friends with them anymore. And they wouldn't say hi and they would just like go sit down. And my parents would be like, hi. Like they just hated that. They were like, if they don't say hi.
Especially like if you're going somewhere, and I'm assuming if there's a lot of older people there, like it's probably one of their homes or they've invited you to an event. It's like,
you have to say
maybe
hi.
if you're an awkward teenager, sure. But now that like we're like adults, it's like mingle, say hello. And I also think it's really important, this is so random, but this is not on the topic of this, but when you meet someone, if you're gonna ask for their name, like make a point to remember it. Like don't ask for someone's name unless you're gonna remember it.
Fuck, I'm so bad at that.
You know?
I ask someone's name and then I'm not paying attention. I'm like, I didn't hear anything you just
and then
said.
they're talking, you're just like, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
What's your name? What's your name?
You're supposed to like say their name a few times.
You're a teacher. You're good.
Teacher and server. So
yeah.
I feel like if a table is introducing themselves to me, I'm like, I need to remember your name.
Yes. Oh my God. Fires is so good at that. And then I'll just be like, who's that again? What was that neighbor's name? And he's like, you're so bad at this. I'm like, fuck. And I have like a difficult name. So I'm like, I should be better at knowing names, but
sometimes I'll make like little things to help me remember. Like for example, I'm really good at remembering dogs' names, but not owners' names. But there's this dog like Tilly, and the owner's name is Will. So I just think like Tilly and Willie. So whenever like I see her, I always think okay, Tilly, Willie. Like hi,
Tilly,
Will.
Willie.
Like nice to see you, William.
We're like hi, Tilly, Willie. Hi, Willie.
Hi, Willie. He's like, what? Are we on a nickname basis? Probably not.
Oh my God.
Yeah, those are interesting ones. I feel like the one out of all those that would bother me the most most is the photo shoot.
The photos.
Only because it has happened to me.
If I ask you to take a photo of me, just if you're my friend listening, then I need...
Or just be honest and be like, I'm not good at taking photos from the beginning. Don't give me the half energy.
Yeah.
And then I will ask someone else.
I've trained Farzad so well when he takes photos of me. He goes,
switch
it up. Okay, move your hair. Oh.
He's like 3, 2, 1.
He goes, not that smile. Sometimes he goes, not that. He's like, switch it up.
We love an honest king. We do.
Because he knows he'll have to keep taking photos until I like it. So he's like, might as well tell her.
100%.
You know
Matt's gotten so much better at it too.
Yeah.
We love that.
Okay, have you seen on TikTok also this girl who's like blowing up? Her name is Tube Girl, but her actual name is Sabrina Bassoon.
Okay, yes. She's in the UK, right?
She's in the UK.
Yeah.
Did you know that that's what they call subways in the UK? Tubes?
Yes, you didn't?
No. I was like, what is this tube?
You're so uncultured.
I was like, tube, they're not in a tube. Like, I'm so confused.
I'm dead. Well, they kind of are, though.
They're in a
know?
tube. Yeah. But
yeah.
Anyway, so this girl literally blew up overnight. She went from having like no followers to now 500,000 or something like that.
For being on the tube.
For being on the tube. So the whole trend is just basically like just not being embarrassed of like taking a video of yourself in a public setting and just kind of like going, hey, there's a fucking mosquito, so I had to kill it.
No, you didn't kill it.
Oh, fuck.
I did. Oh, no, I didn't.
It's gone. Also, Nova and Stark are inside now.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a good idea to bring Stark over to play with Nova, but they just wanted to hang out with us.
So now they're entered the set. But it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna... It's all good. You guys are chilling. But yeah, so it's just all about like being confident and not caring what people think. But
dude, I think we should try it when we're in Toronto this weekend.
1000%.
Because that's so out of my comfort zone. Like I literally hate even taking a selfie in person. Like when I ran 10K, not for the race, but before, I wanted to take a picture on the canal. And like literally I was so nervous. Like if there's a biker or someone around, I was like snapping these photos because I was rushing and they were like blurry or ugly. And I was like, oh, I'm just not going to take a
Honestly,
photo.
I'm like the same. And I saw this girl. She was like, how does this girl do it? I can't even like raise my hand up. Like she was like trying to take a video and I was like, and these girls are like,
and they're doing like crazy little dances.
Yeah.
We're going to do it.
So
Fuck it.
Apparently she already has, this girl already got like an agent. She's like already signed a bunch of deals and she's going to be the next Alix Earle.
Wow.
Watch overnight.
Tube girl. That's insane. Sabrina the Tube Girl. Okay, let's jump into some random ass shit.
Okay, I started this thing making eggs with feta cheese in the morning, so and good. It's so good.
Is it okay if he goes upstairs?
You just
like, make yourself at home. Bye.
So what it is you take some chili oil in a pan, you fry up the chili oil with some feta cheese, you let it get like pretty melted, and then you crack the eggs on top, and it's honestly so freaking good.
I feel like feta is the cheese that belongs on eggs. So like they were meant to be together.
And then you put some avocado in there and you put it into like a little tortilla or something. It's literally the best.
I'm so down for that.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, and maybe this should go in underrated.
Yes.
But like, how fucking good is grilled cheese?
Grilled cheese is so good.
I put this on the notes so long ago, and then today for dinner I was rushing and I made a grilled cheese and
ketchup or no ketchup?
Ketchup, but also Chick-fil-A sauce.
Ooh.
Yeah, together. It's so good. I love grilled cheese. Just
honestly,
a moment for grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese is so freaking good.
And I don't put it, like some people like to go off, and unless it's like maybe bacon, like I don't really put anything else in it except for literally cheese. Just cheese and bread.
Just cheese and bread. And then if there's like a tomato soup or something, then great.
Oh, dip it in soup.
So good.
Yes. Have you seen too, like normally when you make your grilled cheese, what do you put on your bread?
Butter.
Yes. Have you ever done it with mayo?
No.
Okay, mayo will literally work exactly the same as butter.
Really?
Yeah.
So you put the mayo on it and then you grill it?
Yep. On this, like how you'd put the butter, like you just put mayo instead. Okay. If you ever are low on butter.
Yum. Honestly, it sounds better than butter.
Better than butter. Mayo. Better believe
it. Okay, another thing, speaking of like just like cooking and stuff, the other day I was like, you know what? I've been going to Starbucks a lot and I just want to not spend money on coffee. I have a beautiful espresso maker. Like, why am I spending money on coffee? So I looked up the recipe on how to make my favorite, which is like the brown sugar oat shaken espresso. Honestly, guys, it's like the easiest thing to freaking make at home. So it's kind of like making an espresso martini. You make your
sounds great.
Honestly. So you put a little bit of brown sugar, you put your espresso in it, so it just like melts the brown sugar, a little dash of like vanilla if you have it, or I have like this sugar
Like
free
vanilla, like syrup or like milk.
So no, vanilla, like either extract or syrup. If you have like I have like this sugar free vanilla syrup that I put, but you can put vanilla extract. It's just as good.
Okay.
So you put that in, you put a dash of cinnamon, and you put some ice, and then you put it in like a mason jar and you shake it up really, really hard. It gets super foamy. Guys, settle down.
Mummies are recording.
So you shake it up, and then it gets super foamy, and then you add the milk, and it literally tastes like an espresso martini. It's so freaking good.
I'm gonna make this tomorrow because I
so
have
delicious.
vanilla extract. I'm assuming it's literally the tiniest drop of
like
it.
a drop.
Literally a droplet.
The cinnamon's really important. So cinnamon, the vanilla extract, some brown sugar. You mix it up.
Shake it in a mason jar.
A mason jar with
or
ice.
just like I have like a shaker, like for drinks.
You pour it in with some milk, and it'll change your life. It's the best way to make your coffee.
God.
It's so good.
So this is like cold coffee.
Yeah.
I'm so down.
Make it.
So down. And speaking of food, guys, if you want the best banana chocolate chip muffin recipe, I have it. And you probably already know what it is. It's the Oshi Glow's banana bread recipe, but instead of making it banana bread, use it as banana muffins. And instead of using whatever oil it is, I just use like avocado or olive oil. It doesn't include any eggs. Ditch the flaxseed. You don't need it. But I should have brought you some. When I say I think I made them for you before. Remember I brought you muffins one time? The ones that you and Farzad really liked.
And they're super like moist.
They're so moist and so delicious. And they're so easy to make. I'm going to post the recipe because I don't want to gatekeep this. It's the best banana chocolate chip.
You need to post it because
Every
I don't
time
even have it.
Slaps.
Okay.
It's so good.
And it's awesome when you have like a bunch of leftover bananas and you're like, what do I do with this?
Exactly.
Boom,
when they start to get really like ugly
brown.
looking, I just put them in the freezer. And then when I'm ready to make banana muffins,
just pop them in the microwave or whatever.
Exactly. Yes.
Oh, yum.
I love food.
Okay. We were talking about how I'm going to Brazil soon, and this is just like a PSA that you should invest in some good travel things.
Yeah.
So whether that's packing cube, whether that's like a good travel like organizer, luggage, or even like neck pillows. We were like, you know what? We've been like slacking on our like neck pillow game. So I bought the one that's like the classic on Amazon. It's like the one that you can like sleep down in.
I need that.
And then I also have just like the regular pillow. Like tags and whatever, like a bunch of things for traveling. I feel like you just need to invest in.
I have the neck one that you like you blow into, which I think is so much better than like the big ass one because you can just like fold it into a tiny thing. And I actually just like the feeling of the air better than an actual like
we got like this like memory foam one, but it like pushes into like this ball that goes in your thing. I'll bring it. I'll show you.
I kind of want I need whatever that one is
because I feel like it's good to alternate. Like I don't think I could sleep the whole way because it's a long flight to Brazil. So I'm like, I'll sleep like this for a bit, then I'll sleep like that. Like we can switch it up.
Yeah, I need to be leaning. Like some people that can fall asleep just like this.
No, I can't.
My neck falls and then it wakes me up like so abruptly, and it's terrible.
Can you just sleep on your back? Are you one of those people?
No,
I can't sleep on my back.
When I sleep on my back, I wake up like gasping for air. So I don't know what's going on with my like nose, my throat. Like something's going on. Nova is being a pick me girl right now.
She's literally trying to make out with
pick
Stark.
me,
And
choose
Stark's
me,
like, choose me, love
Look
me.
at this, guys. This is hilarious.
Honestly,
I can't wait to babysit her.
She's gonna be a lot.
She's gonna tuck her Stark out.
She's gonna be good.
Okay, you wrote this on here, but I want to know about it. So like the booth side versus chair side.
Okay, so if you go if you go to a restaurant and you know how a lot of the tables have like a booth side and a chair side, you're picking the booth, right? Or honestly, are you picking the chair?
It depends on my mood.
Okay.
Like sometimes it depends how many people I'm with. If I feel like
if it's just you and Matt.
I probably will take the booth.
Okay. I feel like if it's a boyfriend and girlfriend and the girl is not sitting in the booth, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's just two
I feel
people,
like if it's a lot of people, the booth you can feel trapped. So I like having the chair as like easy getaway, Irish exit.
Or like I'm trying to go to the bathroom.
Don't have to announce I need to pee. Like can 17 people move out of the way?
Oh,
like
that's
just
such
quick.
a good point.
So like for like a larger group, always chair. But for one-on-one situation, always both.
If I see a couple and they're like,
but
the girls in the booth.
Remember
the
we
girls
talked about this too,
booth?
though. It's nice to sit on the same side. So like if we both get the booth,
that's nice.
It's so cute.
That is
I love
so
that.
true.
I love sitting on the same side.
Honestly, yeah, you're right. In a big group, I don't want to sit in a booth because then it's like, hi, I have to go to the bathroom. Can everyone get out?
Yeah, literally.
So annoying.
The middle booth in like a large group is like my nightmare. I would hate that. Absolutely not.
Okay, that's so true. That's
Definitely not.
Okay, the other thing is, this is very random, and this is why it's called random shit. You know when you can't fall asleep, and do you ever like think of a specific thing that helps you fall asleep, or like do you have any like recommendations? Like let's say you're like you have a lot on your mind and you're like, oh, I have to go to sleep, and you're trying to fall asleep. Is there something that you think of when you can't fall asleep that helps you fall asleep?
Yes.
Okay, what is
You're
it?
gonna laugh.
Okay,
Do you know what it is? I count backwards from 100 in French.
Oh my God. Can't even do that. I'm like,
it's hard. And then you're kind of like thinking, and then you kind of start to doze off. So I try to count backwards from 100. I never make it all the way through, and I'm usually just like, this is too hard. I need to give up and go the fuck to sleep.
Okay, see, that's such a good thing, because mine's like a little bit more abstract. I try to imagine that it's the day after and my alarm has just gone off, and you know, like that feeling where you're like, oh, 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
And you can fall asleep like that.
Yeah.
So I try to put myself in a mindset that my alarm has just gone off, and I'm like, I only have 5 more minutes, and I just want to like enjoy these 5 minutes before I have to get up.
Get as quickly to sleep as possible.
Yes.
Okay, so, that's a good one too.
Try it. Try it.
Yeah,
I don't know how to speak French, so I'm just gonna be like,
okay, in Farsi.
Oh my God, yeah.
That'd be even harder.
That would be really hard.
Okay, speaking of dreams, have you ever, and like waking up, have you ever had a dream, woken up, and then like been like, oh my God, like that was a sick dream, like fall back to sleep and then continue the dream?
Yes.
Yes, me too.
Yes, it's the best.
Isn't that wild?
But you have to fall asleep like right away.
Yes. And then sometimes when you don't fall asleep right away and then you don't get it back, you're like, oh, that was such a good dream.
Yeah, dude.
That's happened to me a few times.
Honestly, elite when you can go back into your dream. Elite.
Yeah, it's almost like as elite as lucid dreaming, which we've talked about. We've talked
about
dreams
so
a lot.
Cool. Dreams are
cool.
I could talk about it
Have you been
day.
having any like reoccurring dreams lately, or like any weird ones?
Not that I can remember. No, honestly, my dreams have been pretty like boring.
Yeah.
Farzad always wakes up in the middle of the night. He'll tell me his dream, and then he'll like fall back asleep, and then the next day I'll be like, do you remember telling me your dream? And he's like, no.
That Farzad's literally like me then.
Like, he'll be like, oh my God, I just had a dream that like you were dying or something. Like he'll just like, it'll be really sad, and I'm like, oh well, that sucks. And then he'll be like, and then the next time I'm like, do you remember this? And he's like, no.
You're like, well, good, because it was traumatic.
Like,
I was
thanks.
dying.
You woke me up, told me a really bad dream, and then went to sleep.
I can't even like literally every time I have a dream and I wake up, it's so vivid. I remember absolutely everything, and I'm like, remember this tomorrow, and then I wake up and I'm literally, for the life of me, cannot remember what it was. Like I know there was something and it was so specific, and I'm just like
the worst.
Or you
start telling people your dream,
and then
it doesn't make sense. And then you're almost making shit up because you're like, wait, that doesn't make sense. And then you're just like making up a dream because you're like, this sounds weird. Like what's going on?
Dreams are so weird.
Dreams are so weird. And it's weird sometimes when you like have a dream about someone and you're like, how many dreams am I in of other people's?
I think of that sometimes.
So I'm like,
like, whose Roman Empire am I? Because you know you're someone's. I'm someone's Roman Empire. So are you.
I feel like I already know who.
Wait, yeah, me too. I think I told you. I'm like, you're this person's Roman Empire. And you're like, I'm dead.
Oh God, we love the Roman Empire. Roman Empire is so good.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's go into some.
Should we just jump into underrated?
Yeah, let's do it. Because we actually had some submissions into this. I posted this on the pod, and we had a few submissions. Can't read all of them because it would take all day, but there are some good ones that we pulled out.
It just made me happy to know that people feel strongly about things that are underrated.
Me too. Okay, the first one I put in, I had people over a couple nights ago and we were playing board games, and the house was kind of disastrous when they left because we were making all these different types of cocktails, and I was drunk and decided to clean the entire kitchen and house. Completely forgot I had done it. The next morning we had a guy coming in to like clean our chimney, so I was like, oh my God, like the house is a mess downstairs. I walked downstairs, it was stunning, gorgeous, beautiful, and I was like, this drunk cleaning, underrated.
Wow. And you did a good job.
I did an amazing job. It looked better than it did before.
I don't even know if I've ever drunk cleaned before. That's just
you definitely have had a party.
I mean, after a party, yes. Okay,
after a party, people are leaving. You're like, let me just do it now.
You know what? So true. And shout out to like the main people that always like help out with that too, because the next day sometimes you kind of forget that happened, and I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, the kitchen is such a mess. Like I don't want to go, and then I go into the kitchen and I'm like, oh,
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
And you already turn on the dishwasher. Like, it's good to go.
On. Like, empties are downstairs. I'm like, oh my
Next
God.
time you're going to go to bed and you're a little tipsy, just clean. Just go
clean a little bit.
Clean a little bit, you know? Because because the next morning you don't really want to clean.
No.
But that night you won't remember.
Exactly.
You won't remember cleaning up.
No, that is definitely. And speaking of clean, another thing that's underrated is just fresh, clean sheets. And how good it feels. Usually, I'm assuming it's probably a Sunday for you as well.
Sunday, it's always Sundays.
Sunday night, getting into a fresh pair of sheets and pillowcases
so
and smells so good, feels so soft, like untouched by any animal. You're just like, this is so nice.
So nice. The worst feeling though is like Sunday night, you forget that you hadn't put your sheets up. You go to sleep and you're like,
my sheets are downstairs. I have to go all the way down and get them. And I have to bring them up, and then we have to put them on together.
Yeah, like
because that's a 2-person job.
I can't do it alone. We have a king size bed. It's just impossible.
It's hard though, man. It's so much
hard.
harder.
It's so hard.
It's because now that it's football Sunday, I'm usually alone on Sundays now for parts of the night. So
wow,
that falls on me.
You're just out here being Taylor Swift, watching the games.
Literally.
Okay, Rhea submitted this one and I couldn't agree more. I bought my notebook for next year, but starting a new notebook, especially like your planner for the next year, when you like open it up and it's crisp and it's fresh, there's no better feeling.
We almost need a new It's Saturday Pod notebook because we write down all of our like timestamps when we're editing, and I'm so excited. Also what's underrated is finishing a notebook.
Finishing a notebook.
When was the last time you finished a notebook? Because I can't remember, but we're about to finish one for It's Saturday Pod, and I'm so proud and so excited to finish this. And
it's going to go in the archive and it's going to be so beautiful.
Yeah, we're keeping it. It's going in the memory box. Like, we're keeping that forever. And then we're going to get a new one and it's going to be amazing.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
So fresh.
Yeah, love it.
Another thing that's underrated that I totally agreed with Maddie Hattie, who submitted this, because I have a soft spot for pizza, but not just pizza, but their creamy dill sauce and their creamy garlic sauce.
Okay, I haven't tried the creamy dill sauce. I need to try that, but their creamy garlic, so good.
And
but
honestly,
dill,
I feel
so
like
good.
their pizza got shat on for a while, and I think maybe it did kind of like have a slippery slope and got like not so good, but pizza is really good again.
Pizza, I've always liked. I'm not gonna lie.
I used to my pizza order, other than pizza, I used to get like pizza, and then when we were like ordering, when I used to have like roommates, I would get a pizza poutine. Obviously,
I was literally about to say the fries are really good.
The fries are so good. The poutine's even better. And then they don't have these anymore, but they used to have like cheesy breadsticks. Like it was like literally long pieces of like soft.
There was
garlic
a pizza bar
drenched in cheese. They don't exist anymore. They don't make them anymore. I would literally just like dip it in like sauces. Oh my God.
Good. And it was so buttery and just
carve me up. So buttery, so garlicky, so good.
Yum. Pizza is so underrated.
Pizza, you are underrated.
Okay, another thing is peanut butter is so underrated, and I feel so bad for those people that have peanut allergies because it's so good.
Guys, you may not know this about me, but I am anaphylactically allergic to like Benadryl. Please don't try and kill me. Benadryl and like penicillin and all these like medicines, but I will every day take allergies to medication over food, especially stuff like peanuts and what else are like other foods like cheese or gluten. Like, no, I'm sorry, like I don't ever need to take Benadryl for my entire life. I don't need penicillin. I'll just deal with it. I'll just stay sick. It's fine. But I need peanut butter. I need pasta. I need cheese.
Dude, it's so crazy that you say you're penicillin allergic, because one of the research studies I'm doing, we had to like figure out like who is allergic to penicillin. You would be in this little group.
Oh my God, it would have been me. Yeah, ever since birth, man. I should probably even wear like a little bracelet, but they're not that cute, so I don't wear one.
These our kids today, guys, have been.
It's bring your kid to work day.
Bring your kid, and our kids are freaking annoying, but they're cute. You can't get mad at them. Cute. But yeah, we go through. Oh, last thing, or an organized fridge.
I love that Rhea submitted this because, guys,
her fridge was stunning, gorgeous.
I'm sorry, but I have never seen a freezer that has 2 types of ice cubes already like pre-made, like ready to go with a little scooper.
Okay, that's another thing that's underrated is having homemade ice, like an ice machine.
Oh, super underrated.
So underrated because you can go to a party and be like, this is all from my fridge, and I didn't have to spend like $5 on ice.
Having to fill up ice cube trays and then wait and then cracking them and then the ice cube tray breaks. Like, Ew.
No.
I don't want to do that ever again.
People listening from like Toronto are like, fuck you.
Like, fuck you guys
every
and your
episode
mansions.
You guys are just, every time we're like, we love our full-size appliances and our ice makers. They're like, frig.
Oh my God.
But
That's too funny.
You guys can eat peanut butter.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, that's all the time we have today. One by fast.
Flew
I feel
by.
like we had so many stories.
Just like that September. Done.
Done.
We're bopping into October, guys.
Yeah. Okay. To keep a lookout for our stories. We're going to go to Giggly Squad. We're going to be in Toronto.
I'm going wedding dress shopping.
We can't wait to talk about that. Okay. So, okay.
Stark's like, we're done.
Stark's like, my mama's not getting married. Don't say that about my mama. Okay, guys, we love you. Please write us a review. And yeah, order your tote.
Order your tote.
Totes my goats.
Totes my goats.
Okay,
love
you
you
guys.
Bye.
Bye.